Welcome to the Rebel Movement podcast with me, Tierra Womack, your host for today's episode. This is your new favorite No BS podcast, co hosted by myself and three other business mentors from around the world, where we cover everything from human design to magnetizing clients through sales, passive income streams, feminine embodiment, nervous system regulation, and anti algorithm visibility strategies so you can build your business your way, the rebel way. Today, I am diving into the ego center and how you can harness it for motivation to really create impactful products, services, and offers. And we're going to dive deep into the gates of the ego center as well, and how you can tap into those for motivation when you're creating those offers. Whether you have a defined or undefined ego center, understanding these gates can really provide invaluable guidance and inspiration for you. So let's start with a quick overview of what the ego center is. Within human design, the ego center is also known as the heart center or the will center, like willpower, and it's one of the nine energy centers. So again, it's associated with willpower, motivation, and your own personal identity to a certain degree. So when this center is defined in your chart, it means that you have consistent access to this energy. But if it's undefined, then you may experience some fluctuations in this energy depending on who you're with and the different environments you're in, like where you're at physically. But whether your ego center is defined or not, understanding the energy in this center is so powerful for you as an entrepreneur. So understanding how the ego center plays into you creating your products and offers, let's break that down. So number one is understanding your value, because the ego center is all about self-worth and value. So to create products, services, and offers that resonate with your audience, or like your dream clients, what we like to call in human design, your fractal, then you need to first understand and believe in your own value. So ask yourself, what unique skills, what knowledge, what experiences do I bring to the table? What makes my approach different and valuable? This type of self-awareness is the foundation of building those products, those services that stand out in your market. Number two, setting clear intentions, because when you tap into the energy of the ego center, you can set powerful, clear intentions. And this center fuels your drive to succeed and achieve your goals. So take some time to clearly define what you want to achieve with your offer. What impact do you want it to have? What problem are you solving? And then use this clarity to guide your process in developing the offer out. Number three is going to be building your confidence, because confidence is so key in entrepreneurship. We know that. And the ego center can be a huge source for that. Just really trusting in your abilities and the value of what you're creating, because this confidence is going to carry through in your marketing, your sales, and even your interactions with other potential clients. So with your fractal, right? So just remember, people are drawn to confidence. Now let's talk about motivation. Within the ego center's energy, your motivation can be a really important driving force, because it needs to be aligned with your true desires and your commitment. So making sure that whatever it is you're creating is aligned with your passion, like making sure those products, those services, they're aligned with what you're truly passionate about. When your work resonates with your core values and your desires, and the motivation from your ego center is just going to be strong, it's going to be sustainable. And these passion driven projects tend to attract more attention and success, because your enthusiasm becomes contagious. Like, I know when I speak about human design, when I speak about money mindset, I just get, I don't care what's going on in my day, I get excited. So again, that enthusiasm is contagious when you carry that over. And then you want to make sure that you're setting achievable goals, because the ego center thrives on achieving those goals. So break down your big vision into smaller, more manageable milestones, and then make sure, especially for my female entrepreneurs out there, celebrate each achievement, no matter how small. We as women tend to negate what it is that we have accomplished. And so just make sure you're celebrating those achievements. Because it not only keeps you motivated, but it also builds momentum and confidence as you see progress. And then just making sure you have commitment and consistency within whatever it is that you're doing, right? Because Your ego center also embodies commitment. So once you set your goals, you commit to them fully and then show up consistently, even once that initial excitement fades, because it happens, we're human, right? Especially if you have an undefined ego center. I told you that motivation, that willpower, it's going to come and go. So just understanding that consistency builds your trust with your audience and demonstrates your dedication, which is really just going to be crucial for your long-term success. I know having an undefined ego center, there are some days when I wake up and I'm like so motivated about something that I'm thinking about creating or something I've created. And then maybe 3 days later, I'm like, ugh, I'm kind of over it, right? But understanding that that is just the power and the perfection in my undefined ego center, the willpower, the motivation is going to come and go. So just make sure that you understand those fluctuations in your willpower, even in your self-esteem at times. Recognize it, but just don't judge yourself, right? Instead, surround yourself with very supportive people who believe in you and your vision. Collaborate with other people who have a defined ego center. They're really great to work with for us that have undefined ego centers. And being around or working with others that have a defined ego center will help stabilize and really amplify your own motivation. All right, so now let's talk about the gates within the ego center. The ego center has 4 gates, and each gate represents a unique energy and potential that can be leveraged as an entrepreneur. So let's discover how you can use that energy to really fuel your motivation and even your creativity. So the first gate is gate 21. Gate 21 is the gate of control. And this gate is all about managing your resources, taking charge. So any entrepreneurs I know, clients I know with this gate active, they are natural leaders. They thrive when they have control over their environment and their projects. So if you have gate 21, make sure you're embracing your leadership, like using that ability to lead and manage effectively, take charge of your projects, and just don't be afraid to assert yourself with your vision, with your direction. Okay. Also, if you have gate 21, you are great at managing resources. So focus on creating products and services that give practical solutions, because your knack for control is just going to make sure that your products and services are effective and sustainable. And then lastly, I would say delegation, like recognize when to delegate to others so you can maintain control, but without becoming overwhelmed. So trust your team, trust who you delegate out to, and really empower them to contribute to your vision. Now, gate 26 within the ego center. This is the gate of the egoist. And I know when people hear ego, they're like, ooh, I have that gate that is active. But really, as the gate of the egoist, it's all about selling and promoting. Okay. So all good there. This gate, it just carries the energy of persuasion and the ability to recognize what others need and desire. So if you have gate 26 active, then make sure that you're using persuasive marketing, really leveraging your natural talent for persuasion in your marketing strategies. And then just make sure to highlight your or any of the unique benefits of your products and services, whatever you're offering, in a way that's going to resonate deeply with your target audience. And then looking at authenticity as well with gate 26 active, make sure that your offers are genuine, because people are drawn to authenticity, and your confidence in your offers is really going to attract that fractal, those loyal clients and customers to you. And then I would say lastly is like just recognizing the value in what people are wanting from your offers, right? Understanding what people value so you can create offers that meet real needs, not just like, okay, this is what I think is what my market needs or my audience is wanting. And then you tailor your offers to solve specific problems that your audience is facing. Now, the next gate is gate 40. This is the gate of aloneness, and it's really all about like focusing on work and rest balance. We've talked about work and life balance. That's everywhere for entrepreneurs. But if you have gate 40, it's just super important that you recognize the need for you to have downtime and solitude and recuperation so that you can sustain your energy. So if you have gate 40 active, make sure you're prioritizing work-life balance. Um, just in like making sure that you build a business around periods of rest and rejuvenation so that you can maintain that long-term motivation, and also incorporating in self-care practices, because I know we've heard it before, but I'm going to reiterate it. When you take care of yourself, then you have the energy to pour into your offers. And then lastly, I would say community building, because yes, I'm saying to have alone time and value that alone time in your business, but also focus on building a supportive community around your business, because this will help to provide that support when you need it. Now, gate 51, any clients I know with gate 51, this is the gate of shock. So these clients are a good time. Gate 51, this gate of shock is all about bringing energy of like initiation, transformation, really being bold in the actions that you take to create real change out there in the world. So if you have gate 51 active, just embrace those bold, innovative steps in your business, your willingness to shock and switch things up, disrupt the status quo. That's what the rebel movement is all about, right? And that's what's going to help you stand apart from your competitors. Also diving into your resilience, because you handle shock and challenges very well. So use that to your advantage, because resilience is key in entrepreneurship anyway, right? Just being resilient. And so your strength can inspire confidence in your audience. And then I would say focus on creating services and offers, products that have transformative experiences. If you have Gate 51 active, your audience is going to be drawn to those powerful changes that your offers can bring to their lives. So if we look at big picture, how you can integrate these gates into your strategies as an entrepreneur, is I don't like to just talk fluff when it comes to human design. It's like, how can I actually implement this, right? So again, look at your gates, identify your gates, look at your human design chart to see which gates in your ego center are defined, because each gate has its own unique energy, right? And that's going to influence your motivation and your approach to business. And then once you recognize those gates that are active, then you're going to leverage those unique energy traits in each of those gates and use those to your advantage. So whether it's leadership from gate 21 or your skills for persuasion from gate 26, having that balanced approach with gate 40, or just being bold if you have gate 51, all of these strengths or any of these strengths really shape who you are as an entrepreneur. And then I would say also making sure that those offers are aligned, designing your offers to align with your strengths of those defined gates that we just spoke of, because that's going to make sure that you are working in harmony with your natural energy, which is ultimately going to make your business more fulfilling and successful. And then stay authentic. Authenticity, we touched on it. It is so important because you're using the energies of your gates in a way that feels true to you. And authenticity builds trust with your audience. And that also ensures sustainability, motivation, all of those factors. Okay. So all in all, the gates of the ego center have really powerful energies that can significantly enhance your motivation and creativity as an entrepreneur. And then once you understand your gates, you harness the energies of these gates, you can then create offers that are not only successful, but also deeply aligned with your true self, like the true essence of who you are. So just remember that the ego center is a powerful source of motivation and self-worth. Take the time to reflect on your unique values, set those clear intentions, build confidence, align with your passions, set those achievable goals, and commit consistently, because as I mentioned earlier, whether your ego center is defined or not, all of these practices are going to help you tap into your motivation and drive that is going to propel you forward as an entrepreneur. All right. So thank you for tuning in to the Rebel Movement podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, share it with a few fellow entrepreneurs. And remember that understanding your human design can unlock new levels of potential and success for you and your business. And I'm excited for you. All right. Until next time. Ciao.